Hello, everybody. Welcome to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And we have a special guest with us.
Hello, I'm Sentae.
So,
Welcome.
Sorry, I'm not good at these intro things.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
you said who you are. That's the main thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so we have Sentae with us. I would say he and I share some rather similar interests, especially in our gaming preferences. But
RPG.
yeah,
Yeah. I love RPGs.
all right.
Wow.
I'm not hearing any voice acting here, so I don't know if maybe I should be reading the lines. But it's like your legends claim men bowed in fear and awe of a mythic civilization that ruled across. I didn't get to read all that. It's going a bit quickly for me. Godlike harsh rulers who harnessed Omri. I don't know if that's the pronunciation. And yeah, it's not giving me enough time to read all this.
That was really fast.
Okay, so there was an
Well, you know that
uprising,
deep-
core burst spilling across the lands, volcanoes
Night
erupted.
split
That
into-
sounds like a
you
lot.
hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
They should have left the 2-word ones on for a super long time.
We were talking about Greek tragedies just before this, and this is sounding like that one scene in Hercules where they're talking about, like, now, were the fires before or after the earthquake?
Just put a little Ragnarok in there for flavoring, you know. Suvian, is that how you pronounce that? Okay.
I assume. Dark whispers dwell in the ruins of the old.
So I just want to check, is this on my end or not? But it sounds like there's no audio at all. That's probably me, right?
That's normal for...
Oh.
Somehow-
Yeah, the way this is rigged up, it kind of doesn't share audio very well.
Oh, no complaints. No complaints.
We've
I'm
tried
just
to do that
curious.
in the past, and it had some issues
Yeah.
where it would, lag behind.
Yeah. it
Let me
doesn't-
guess. Elgato.
Yes.
That's the game capture device that I use, yes.
I do too.
Okay. Rise and Shine Taika had just one more class. Then it's the first cadet flight mission.
Oh, for a second I was scared. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I don't know if, I'm curious what the inspiration is for Taika there, because it looks part, I don't know. Part...
Well, you see, when a mommy dog and a daddy tiger love each other very much.
I was going to say, it looks kind of part tiger, but also maybe a little dog in there. Also, I picked up a couple items, but, Slinger and Power Glove ready. Okay. I assume I'm
Looks like
supposed to
the-
exit the room, and...
Looked like the dog thing from Final Fantasy VII.
You know, I was about to say this gives off really heavy Final Fantasy vibes. I was like, I wonder.
Yeah, especially this room makes me think Final Fantasy VIII, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose I talk to you? Welcome to your
Welcome
final
to your-
combat exam, Miss Lavender. Are you nervous? Why would I be nervous, instructor? The general's daughter failed her exam. It'd be a little embarrassing, no?
Oh.
So, apparently we're playing as the general's daughter.
You know, no pressure.
Alrighty.
Apparently that's a storm dog.
Okay.
Combat training. Yeah, so this is definitely got some classic RPG vibes to it.
My goodness. It does that thing that they do in some of the modern RPGs where instead of using words, they just have a symbol.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was a modern thing. It's amazing that something from like 2016 is doing the same thing. Well, I guess it's about the same era.
Yeah. That way you don't have to translate as much.
Yeah. Like items and use potions if your health gets low. Yeah. Also, I had no clue, just because of how relatively small the character model was, that the instructor was supposed to be female.
I was just gonna say that.
Alright. So... I actually use, like, the left stick to select different, you know, overall options, whether, like, items or combat or whatever. And then it gives me the different buttons within that. Okay. I'm just gonna see what this Thunder Fist thing does, I guess. Melee attack inflicts both physical and magical electro damage.
Electro.
Oh, I guess I need to press it again to...
Nice.
What does Fire Trap do? Inflicts magical fire damage when the target performs a melee ability.
Fire trapped. Oh, there you go.
Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
Yeah. That's just about what happened there. Next, you'll fight a flying creature. Have to use ranged attacks to hit it. Switch stance to access ranged abilities. Okay.
I still can't tell that that's a woman. I'm sorry.
Nothing like a short haircut and a military outfit to remove all identity.
Stances give you different sets of combat abilities, blah blah. So scout stance. Okay. Slinger stance gives you access to ranged.
Slinger stance.
Change stance. Slinger. Changing stances costs a turn.
What? Lame.
Set your starting stances. Okay, whatever. Well, I only have one attack option there, so... Ranged attack inflicts physical piercing damage.
Ooh,
It's small for a lance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't look much like a lance to me. I don't know.
It's the Apple Eye Lance Mini.
Enemies will attempt to engage in combat if you get close enough, but will give up if you get too far away. Choose about the number of enemies in the remaining time before combat starts.
So you have to beat them within a timer? Significantly!
Yeah. Fighting more and more enemies.
Significantly.
That's awesome. How did you do that?
By the power of my Yamaha soundboard. Not sponsored.
Approach the targets and try to engage both of them in combat. So, press B to get the first turn before the timer runs out, or the enemies get close and strike you. Okay.
Now the dog can help.
Yeah. Now I have to see what all those attacks look like. Multi-target ranged attack inflicts fire damage. We've also got water bomb. Same thing, but water damage.
Your dog seems way better.
6th Sense. To learn new abilities from plants and beasts.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds almost like a Final Fantasy X Kimari type thing.
Yeah.
And then bite. It's a bite. Let's go with water bomb, just because we've done fire attacks already.
Like, I'm sure it's probably in there somewhere, but I do have to ask, why does the Thunder Dog have no electric moves?
It does look like it should have. Anyway, I don't think the current stance is great for this situation, so changing that up a bit. Let's just see what Fire Breath looks like, because... And then... I'll add a Fire Trap onto this one. I don't know if that, like, entirely prevents them from attacking and dealing damage at all, or if it's just that, like, they take damage, and maybe if they survived, they would still hurt me. I don't know. But also, I have not been mentioning up at the top left, the little yellow squares next to the character pictures. Mm-hmm. Those actually kind of determine what all I'm able to do, because right now, as you can see,
action points
with Taika here, I can't do the water bomb or the fire breath anymore, because I only have one little thing. But anyway, battle's just about over.
Yeah.
Thunder Fist. Hiya.
I think you passed the exam.
Also,
okay,
I start off at level
thing.
5?
Yeah, just like Pokemon.
Touche. Congratulations,
Well, I should
cadets.
clarify, the old Pokemon did that. The new ones
Did it,
now have you starting at level 1.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah. It's really trippy. You're like, hold on. This thing only knows tackle.
Yeah. So they're announcing who's going on the scouting missions. Scout patrol is routed along the burning coast. Lost a couple good pilots at the Goblin camp. Mission is no walk in the park. Cadets that have flight clearance for the first scout mission. Punch? That's one of the character names?
Or he's just telling you to punch.
And then Judy.
Punch Judy.
I don't
Sim.
want to.
Ivan. Winner Combo will evaluate your performance, and trust me, okay. Find the flight clearance documents on your desks. Ive doesn't get to go.
I don't have a desk. Oh, no.
She doesn't get to go, but her dog does. No, I'm just kidding.
In the top 3 of the class. You deliberately took my name off.
Ivory Lavender.
If you or any other cadet isn't ready, they will remain here and train harder. You being my daughter has nothing to do with my decision. So he's the father.
Yeah. General Bran.
It probably does actually have something to do with it, but it's probably less that he's afraid of losing her and more like he's like got a higher like threshold he wants her to get at because he knows she can do it.
I'm sure we'll eventually learn more on the dynamic there. Or not, I don't know. But if it's important to the plot, we will.
There's Punch.
Yeah. He looks so not punchy. Is that just me?
I was about to say, I was like, he's kind of slender for a guy named Punch.
Juggernaut. It's like a stick figure.
So to be fair, I would play that character.
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps a little insight into that dynamic.
My father never lets me do anything.
Why won't he treat me like an adult?
Really hard on you.
What?
I beg your pardon?
Punch doesn't want to go out?
That phrase, I don't deserve you. Let's just break
Yeah.
that down for a second.
Okay.
Anyway,
I think I got
so
it. It's Punch as in the drink, not the action.
got a flight clearance.
So-
I assume Punch gave us his flight clearance.
So I'm not
Anyway.
asking for confirmation or anything, but I'm just wondering, like, is it going to be we go to the temple because that's where this is going, and it ends up being like, oh, something at the temple reacts to our presence, or is it we're going to go and do the thing and come back and the academy's going to be on fire?
Whoa, spoiler alert.
I'm just wondering.
Speculation.
Speculation. I have not played this game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm thinking maybe we want to pause the action a little bit to bring in some Bible verses.
Sure.
Because otherwise we might get through this whole thing and get caught up in the story and never get to that.
Sure. So,
Also, hitting start literally does no pausing of any sort. So I'm just going to stand here.
I have a passage from Psalm 19. And it's just, it's starting with verse 7. So, yeah, here we go. The law of the Lord is perfect, refreshing the soul. The statutes of the Lord are trustworthy, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, giving joy to the heart. The commands of the Lord are radiant, giving light to the eyes. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever. The decrees of the Lord are firm, and all of them are righteous. And I'll just stop it there. I just thought it was a very cool psalm, and we haven't really visited a lot of psalms on the show yet, but I just like how it talks about making wise the simple, giving light to the eyes. It kind of like makes me think about how we don't have to understand everything that we read in the Bible or even about God, and there's so many mysteries, but you don't even have to understand half of it, because as long as you're trying to follow Jesus and doing the best that you can to have a relationship and do the right things, you are basically going to be wise. And if you feel like you're blind, maybe it gives you the light that you need to get through each day and your life. So yeah, I don't know, even if you like, I don't know, there's just so much there's a lot of stuff I don't understand, which is part of why I like reading and studying the Bible, but I'm never gonna understand everything. But it's just, this gives more encouragement that I kind of don't have to understand everything.
Congratulations, that is the mark of true wisdom. Knowing that you don't know enough.
Yeah. And, like, if you stopped bothering to try and learn more, I feel like that would leave you worse off than, you know, if you even just didn't know anything but still had the desire to continue reading and learning more.
Yeah, because we're so prone to legalism as people. We are so, the fact that if we try to understand everything, we become very legalistic. It's like, no, this is exactly what it says, therefore. And any person who's ever played Dungeons and Dragons knows exactly what that guy is at the table. So,
Or Magic the Gathering, that's my experience.
oh yeah. No, we see it specifically. It uses the word if and may.
Yeah, very different. Yeah, that's a good point, though, because also the Bible is interpreted in many different ways, and if you're basically just sat on one very specific, narrow point of view, then you may not, like, basically if you kind of open your mind, you might learn a lot more than you'd think.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to... Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
No. You finish your thoughts. More
Oh,
important.
I was just going to say, I'm never going to understand everything, so it's just better to accept that.
Yeah, that's what the Spirit's for. So, fills in the blanks.
Yeah.
Alright, about to go on the scout mission. I had to get my helmet first, apparently.
Well, I mean, I think it's for the sake of disguise, so they don't go like, wait, no, you're not on the list. That's my guess, and I'm like, yes, a thwarting disguise, a helmet, no one will ever notice. Now, if a stormtrooper armor, she probably would have had a shot at it.
I feel like just a helmet really doesn't hide that much.
No, it really doesn't.
And now we've got some different characters.
Oh.
Okay, I immediately love Uncle.
Okay.
Uncle Benjo.
Yep, I love him.
See, this guy looks like he could have been named Punch.
Yes, that makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm. I bet I know what happened. I bet they got the names mixed up on the script. Actually, that would roll off the tongue so much better. You know, Uncle Benjo and Punch.
Yeah. Uncle
Anyway.
Punch and...
There's an, I love the fact he's like, how do I describe this?
Okay. Seems like we're just trying to find something in here. Also, what is
the
this?
Royal...
Many scattered all over the world. Safe. Oh, wait, did he just say a safe place to save? Fourth wall break?
Get the duct tape.
I didn't say they even have a secret magical property as well. Guess we can catch our breath here for a minute. Well, that's definitely our save point. Alright.
Did that statue just move?
Which one?
Like the save statue, it looked like it unfurled or furled something. It did!
Yeah, I guess like the left, or from our perspective, right arm.
Oh, it's a book! It's
Yeah.
a book! That's really nice. I was just thinking, like, a save point should have, like, a book or something. The statue's like, I'm way ahead of you.
I did not notice that.
Fighting time. Okay, so Ammon has a thief stance and a blaster stance. Do. Okay, whatever. Blaster uses spud ammo.
I mean, potatoes are a universal product, so...
Okay. But I am currently controlling Uncle Benjo, who is already in, like, a shooting stance.
Blood blast.
Okay.
It's like a
Ooh,
heat
that's
seeking
a-
spud.
Hot potato.
Would it even be possible to steal anything from this sand beetle? I'm sure that's not the point, but...
We'll steal its life.
If I take the time to change stances, though, that uses up a turn, which...
Yeah. That seems kind of weird.
Well, I stole
You
some
stole
stuff.
goo. Mmm.
Uncle
See, these
Benjo.
characters start at level 1, though.
Oh, what the heck? Well, she is the general's daughter.
Yeah. And maybe we're going to be playing as these characters for a little while before getting back to Ivory and all that. Alright, I will not be stealing this time. I'm going to change into blaster stance.
Oh, goodness. That escalated quickly.
Okay. I'm still slightly figuring out the turn order thing on the right and which way it goes.
So I think it drops down.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
What was that victory dance? I didn't even notice that the first time. Just the pumping the gun. Yeah.
So
something hit. Oh, sorry.
yeah, I will admit this does seem a little bit familiar to me from like the, I don't know, version of this game or whatever that I played a while ago, but still.
It's not bad.
So what you're saying is you're already a master.
Well, clearly not if I didn't have the turn order figured out.
I mean, you say that, but I've been playing Pokemon for like over 20 years, and I still do things like, why did I use a normal type against a ghost? It's like we were talking about before. It's like we don't need to know everything. I mean,
Yeah. In fact, Uncle Benjo was just talking about how it's fun not knowing sometimes.
and so it's all coming together.
Ignorance is bliss.
I don't know if I go that far. What's that statue and why is that statue?
Oh, this one?
Mm-hmm.
Good question. Looks
Aliens?
rather alien.
Yeah,
But anyway.
it has like a weird larva head.
So, I guess because you can get more experience from facing more enemies at once, you can, like, try to, you know, bring one enemy or group over to an area with another group of enemies.
Oh, and you try to.
But
like,
the more you
isolate
try and do
group
that,
them.
you risk not getting the first strike.
Mhm. A Chirby.
Now, is it just Chirby fire because, you know, it has like a fire element, but is otherwise within the general Chirby species?
Makes you wonder why they don't call it just a fire Chirby and the other way around. But
Just realized I totally didn't have to do ranged attacks for that, but The fact that it takes a turn to change stances
Yeah. I mean,
is not great.
do extra damage by not changing stances.
not to mention, I mean, Spuds are the superior weapons. So.
Exactly. The question is, would you do more damage at close range? I'm not so sure that you would.
The question is if you want to get close to a fire Chirby.
Yeah.
How do we get inside?
This eyeball.
Looks more like a ring to me. I don't know.
Manipulate arm.
I guess
Memory?
Omri is supposed to be like the energy or whatever within this world.
Ah, okay.
Items found. Omri attractor. I think I might actually hold off on that for a little bit because I'm looking at our recording time, and I'd say that's good enough for an episode.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Still, oh, okay. The Y button brings up this menu. You know, come to think of it, that's also rather Final Fantasy, though, because it would be like triangle sometimes
Oh yeah.
in some of those games. Well, anyway, so that's the opening of Earthlock. I do plan on playing more, so if you're interested, stay tuned for our next episode of it.
Yeah, seems interesting.
Make sure you go check out Sentae. We'll leave stuff in the video description.
Yes.
If you do, thank you very much. If you don't, oh well.
But he plays games like this, so if you enjoy these kind of games, you'll probably want to check him out.
Yes, and then you can laugh at me when I make poor mistakes.
Or when chat turns him into cheese.
All the time. All the time. And it won't make any sense until you get there.
All right, well, that's going to do it for now. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.